by our manager, our friend.
I don't know if the manager.
Co-manager?
Loretta's the manager.
Bench coach.
Yeah, I just say that. I say, yeah, that's right, Mark.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Sounds good to me, Mark.
Yeah.
Mud Grant joins us now. Hi.
Greetings, fellas.
How are you?
Good. A little too early, but ready to go. You put on the uniform, and it kicks in for you.
You got
right?
to feel the charge?
Yeah.
Now, on radio, it's important that we paint the picture here of what's exactly going on. Mud is here. He's in his pinstripe pants. He's got his Padres
pinstripes
shirt
are kind of
on.
spread out a little bit.
They are a little
on everybody else.
Yeah, mine too. It's not ideal. They say that it's slimming, but it doesn't feel slimming when you put them on. Mud is in the middle of breakfast. He had some scrambled eggs, a little bacon. He's got a yogurt parfait with some oats. So, I mean, well-balanced. Yeah, chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Very well-balanced
I'm
meal.
like a grade school kid. I got my chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk.
Me and you both, buddy.
You know what I do? I cut it. I take regular milk, chocolate milk, get a big cup, and I cut it half and half.
Yeah, like a drug dealer.
Because it's
right. Just so you get more
right for my money.
For your money. Well, you did play in the 80s. So.
Hey, I got some chocolate milk for you. What's it going for?
Cut or uncut?
50 cents for a 12-ouncer. And then I go back and I cut it.
Yeah, then
here you go.
Well, as you can see, Benjamin, this is where we are out here.
Oh, is Higgy on the show too?
Yeah,
I'm
back here in the studio, Mud. It's good. I can see you though, and it's good to see you. You look good in those striped pants. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
it's
man.
good to be here. It's
so
a great
now,
week.
it's all rain delay though. That puts extra pressure on the camp counselors to entertain all the troops out there in Peoria, Mud.
Yeah, we had a little talk session yesterday. Get to meet the campers, which was really
Wasn't
cool.
that cool? Some of the stories we heard were just
very, very cool.
Unreal.
The one that sticks out, and you're probably going to agree with me, Woodsy, is Flanell. Is it flannel?
It's flannel or flanell or flannery.
Flanell sounds
better.
better.
I told it in the open how he was on the operating table.
Yeah, and so you told that
yeah,
story?
I told it already.
Okay.
It was one of the best ones.
Yeah, it's just so inspiring. And, the guys who are just baseball fans, they just want to get away for a week and be a big leaguer and
there's a guy,
have some fun.
There's a guy out here, no kidding, with half an arm, and I didn't hear how was he born that way or not. Paulie showed me video of him hitting in the cage. He's a better hitter than I am.
Really?
He rests the bat on his shoulder,
right,
and then uses his half arm to swing.
He was crushing the ball.
He was crushing
really?
in the cage, and I'm looking
awesome.
at it going, "Oh my God, he won I think he won a gold medal in the Paralympics or something."
Yeah.
So don't have his full story yet, but. You see the guys when they walk in the locker room and they see their name on their jersey. And now that's something you've gotten to do. You got to do that a bunch in your career.
Yeah.
Did that for you ever wear off? You come back and it's the first day of spring training and you're like, woo!
I don't want to say it.
Wear off's probably not the right term.
No, at times, and I think it's like anything else. We need to sit back and take a reality check on our careers, which we are so fortunate to have. And I'm going to elaborate on that for what I'm doing right now. So when I come to Petco Park to do a Padre game and I'm working with Don, does it get any better?
No.
But I get, and I'm guilty of this, and I've talked about this before, we get desensitized and we kind of get immune to our surroundings, no matter how good they are. And you have to sit back sometimes and say to yourself, dude,
be grateful.
Wake up
and
realize what you have going for yourself. So now going back to the baseball thing, the first time ever, oh my gosh.
Lose your mind.
You think about your family, your mom, your dad, your siblings, your friends you played Little League with, high school, and then now you're putting on a big league uniform.
Yeah.
Was there a time in my career where you come to the ball yard and you're pissed off about something and you just look at your locker and you just go about your business? Absolutely. But I think everybody should take some time to where they have a reality check and, realize how good they got.
Did you feel ever comfortable in camp?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
One or 2 years, maybe.
So we played golf. We played golf the other day with Matt Strom, former Padre reliever. Paulie and I went out.
Love Matt.
He's a great dude. We played with him and his brother. And his brother was telling us, he's like, this is the first real 10 years the dude's been grinding to get to where he was. He got a good deal. He got 2 years, 7.5 a year. He's going to be pitching for the Phillies. And he said it's the first time after a decade that Matt can I'm making money. I've got a role. I'm on a really good team.
Physically, it's the best he's ever felt.
Physically, it's the best he's felt. He's really had to grind. So that's an interesting, there are guys that waltz into camp and go, I'm good. I'm just here to get my work in and get stretched, and they don't have a care in the world. Then there's other guys that are in here by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah. I was maybe fortunate to feel that once or twice. I always felt and had the attitude like I was on the bubble.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have that security feeling and then all of a sudden realize, get your act together.
Yeah.
And it didn't mean that I went out and didn't care about what I had to do on the field.
Sure.
It's just that I never really had that. I always break it down. There's three guys that are on the roster, no doubt.
Yep.
Guys that are like, no chance. You're on the roster, you're on the 40-man, but, you're going to be starting in AA or AAA. And then there's the guys who are on the bubble, who are going out there on March 2nd in an exhibition game thinking and pitching or playing like it's the 7th game of the World Series. They need to come up with that big hit or that big inning to shut it down.
And it still may not be enough. It
right.
still may not be enough.
It's still out of your control. But you need to go out there, and what you can control is your effort, your workload, your attitude, and how you prepare yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take off and go prepare myself for today's game. I'll see you guys later then. Am I on the bubble? Should I be comfortable?
You should be concerned.
Okay. All right.
Well, let me ask
Show me something this year, will you?
Let me ask Mud a Padres question, because we talked to you a couple of times this offseason, but not recently. And, you got these fantasy campers there in Peoria, including Woods and Paulie. I think the newest Padres, somewhere in between those guys, Nelly Cruz at 42 years old, joining the team. What do you think he's going to bring, Mud, to the Padres this year, that experience that he has in the big leagues coming in as a veteran?
I think he's going to notify everybody about the really good bingo parlors that are around here in Peoria, Arizona. Say,
shuffleboard.
Hey, there's a good shuffleboard place. There's a good bingo parlor over here.
All-night buffet.
We could go get the early bird special.
Early bird, yeah.
No, you know what? I've like any player who's added to a roster with the Padres, you do your due diligence and you do some homework on them and you figure out about their career, what they're like. You talk to people. I think this is a good addition. I mean, let's face it. The DH comes into play.
Yeah.
It's a great guy to have in the DH position. But also, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Isn't Nelly Cruz going to manage in the WBC?
Yeah. He's the general manager.
GM.
Yeah, general manager. Okay.
Which is awesome.
So, good. Yeah, that is awesome. So, good baseball guy. He's been around forever. Good baseball mind. Probably wants to pursue baseball as far as like in a management or coaching or whatever, career after his playing days. So I think when you have that career, when you have his expertise, when you have his experience, what he can bring to, and we hear it all the time, the veteran guys who can bring stuff to the younger players on the team. And you know what younger players look up to Nelson Cruz.
No doubt.
And we know how important that can be.
You ever have a guy like that in your career that was maybe brought in, waltzed, we talked about it when they signed him. I said, it's weird because he's got so many years in the league. He's so respected. He walks in, he's a leader on day one. And there's very few guys that can walk into a whole new clubhouse that just, by the way, went to the NLCS.
Right.
There's no slouches themselves.
Two guys come to mind for me. I was with the Braves. I got traded from the Padres to the Braves in 90. Halfway through, we were terrible. And then 91 comes along, and that's when John Schuerholz took over. Bobby Cox was our manager, and John Schuerholz acquired 2 free agents that offseason. I think one was definitely a free agent. The other one was maybe a trade. Sid Bream at first base and Terry Pendleton at third. Terry Pendleton, I'll tell you what, talk about a great teammate. Not only a great player, he won the batting title that year. He won the MVP that year.
Wow.
91. When TP walked in the clubhouse, it was like, first of all, great dude, great teammate, accountable, and wasn't afraid to go up to somebody and say, hey, dude, we need to get your you-know-what.
Get it together.
Wow. But it wasn't like a flamboyant,
right.
Throwing your arms. He wouldn't show anybody up. He wouldn't embarrass anybody. But it might be in passing, maybe at your locker or somewhere where, hey, we need to. Hey,
Let's get it together.
Yeah, let's go.
That's awesome.
But those are the two guys that come to mind. And what do you know? That year, the Braves went to the World Series against the Twins.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You guys doing all right? Higgy, how you doing back there, Hoss?
We're doing fine. Obviously, I'm a little jealous, a little FOMO seeing you guys out there. But, yeah, everything's good. The rain has pushed over from us to you, and we're going to finally start drying out here. So I hope it gets past you guys pretty quickly.
How's your family and everything good?
Family's all good. Yeah, the boys are good. Thank you for asking. How about you? How's your off season back at home up in Alpine?
Everybody's great. Here's my perspective on things. When somebody asks me that. Uneventful off-season, which is good.
That's a good thing.
Give me uneventful.
Yeah, all day.
How about your extended family, Don Orsillo? Do you spend any time with Don between
absolutely not
the end of the season and the start of spring training when he shows up?
We text back and forth quite a bit, so we jab at one another quite a bit via text. I think before spring training, I'd like to get together with him. Go over to the peninsula, as I like to call it, and have some lunch with them. Coronado's not an island, ladies and gentlemen. Just get that through your heads. It's a peninsula.
Well, that's good. It keeps it fresh. You get a little time away from each other. Woods and I never get any time away from each other other than like a weekend or maybe, the Christmas break for a couple of weeks. We're together like 350 days a year, so we don't get that refreshment time.
Well, I miss you, Ben. I haven't seen you in, almost
4 days.
So yeah, it's been hard.
Now, Ben, could you have come over here with these guys, or do you guys need somebody back in studio?
Right? We don't need someone in the radio studio. I got my TV job as well, though. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I got the double duty as always. But I'm going to make a point one of these years. I got to get out there.
Yeah, you're the modern day Ted Leitner.
Yeah, he is.
By the way, I love Uncle Teddy. I'll shoot him a text every now and then.
How could you not?
He's the best. I just think of him. You know what that tells you something about a person is like when you mention somebody's name, a big smile or a chuckle comes from you. That's a good sign.
That's Uncle Teddy.
That's Uncle Teddy.
In a nutshell. Mud,
one quick Uncle Teddy story.
Yeah.
We're in Colorado like 3, 5, 6, 8 years ago. So we're getting on the bus from the hotel to get ready to go to Coors Field. So there's not a lot of people on the bus because it's the later bus that we take. So he gets on, and Teddy, in Ted Leitner fashion, goes, your attention, please. The green stuff in the bottle in your hotel room is not mouthwash. He thought it was mouthwash. It was shampoo. Oh, no. It was the funniest thing ever.
The eyes are the first thing to go, my man. Okay. It's the great Mud Grant, everybody. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you on the field.
Love you, San Diego.
They love you, too.
Love
you back.
Love you well.
Definitely.
Appreciate you, man.
Mud Grant on our Premier Chevrolet of Carlsbad fan hotline.